We'll now evaluate our athlete to see how he goes through with our rubric instructions. We start out with the quick step. We see how he does, keeps his feet tight, points towards his receiver, and hits an accurate throw. We tested this 3 times, as you can see on the video. He takes a step back, he gets his quick feet. He then points his front shoulder, as pointed out in the rubric, gets his front shoulder, points it towards the target, gets a good turn, and is able to make an accurate throw. We take one more look at the quick step. He takes a step back and then he points towards the target and hits him. We then move to the 3-step drop. He goes 3 steps, is able to point towards his target, throw the ball, get an accurate throw. As you can see, as he drops back, he keeps those feet tight. He keeps his shoulder pointed towards the target. He steps towards the target with his toe pointed at the receiver. And then he brings his arm in a vertical motion straight over his head and is able to keep his body and head vertical as he looks at his target. We then evaluated the 5-step drop, see how he does. He leans back the right shoulder just a little bit so that he can get some air under the ball so he can throw it a little farther, but he still keeps his footwork good. Takes his 5-step drop, keeps his feet nice and tight, points towards his target with his foot and his shoulders, follows through with that vertical motion still, and hits the receiver in stride. He did this a few more times, and then we see that he takes his steps back, stays consistent, keeps his feet tight, looks at the target, points his shoulders, points his feet, keeps his arm vertical, and hits the receiver in stride. We then look to see from a front view to see if he does the same. As you can see, he takes the quick step back, points towards his target with both his shoulders and his foot, brings that football into it, brings his arm in a vertical motion, is able to follow through, finishing off in his left front pocket, meaning that he was able to finish off good. What's also important is that he was able to keep his back foot planted on the ground the entire time. He didn't lift off the ground. Therefore, he's keeping his body in line, keeping his body vertical, keeping his head vertical, able to look his receiver down, get a good accurate throw, and hit him on a consistent basis. We did this several times to test the consistency of his motion, and we found that he did a good job with his 1, 3, and 5-step drops as he was able to get an accurate throw, being able to keep his feet tight, keep his shoulders lined up with the receiver, and then keep his head and his body both vertical with a good follow-through motion so that he could hit his targets on a consistent basis and complete the passes needed.